Good morning. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber, and it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I moved my stuff around on my desk, so I lowered my monitor back down. I put my computer, little mini computer, it's like this big, y'all, and my lamp on the device, or the contraption that I bought to organize my desk. Good morning, Grammy Rita, Steven, Melissa G, and Lana Nana. I don't know if I said Lana Nana. Lana Nana Banana. Anybody else I've missed? Alright, real quick, I have some yarn that's on the floor next to me that I want to get cleaned up. So I'm going to, I have my little Knit Picks winder here, not my Stanwood, which I would like to use, but because it's right here, I didn't feel like pulling that one off. And this one was already unattached, so I figured I'd use this one. Good morning, Lisa H. As soon as I get this done, I'm going to show you guys the bag that I finished yesterday. So it's working on whips this morning, so I'm slowly but surely starting new ones and finishing old ones. Good morning, Tank. Trying to wind up some yarn that's on the floor next to me. It's all that brown that I frogged out yesterday. I frogged it out onto the floor, and now it's just sitting here. I need to get it cleaned up before the cat, not cats, before the cat decides it's a toy. And this is why I like to do things manually, because had that been the Addy, that would have been like a knot. And I have not finished my other mitt. I will get it done. Good morning, Frizzy! Melissa G! It's like a broken record. It can't stop. Alright. What's going on here? What is going on? So apparently I pulled the brown through the strap. That's funny. We're recaking it. I hope I can get all this on here. This Knit Picks doesn't hold all this. I don't think it's going to hold all this. I might actually have to pull it all back off of here and do it on the Stanwood. Frizzy, where are you? She's here. She's here now. Yeah, no, we're just gonna nix this idea. We're just gonna have 2 cakes for now until I can get it on my Stanwood. We'll just do that. 2 cakes stacked on top of each other. That's all right. I'll get it wound up eventually. I'd like to put this back on here, but I don't know if it's gonna be able to work. There we go. Okay. Had to make up for forgetting the G. You made it extra long today. That's funny. All right, Miss Grammy Rita, I have something for you. Well, I have something to show you. This bag turned out awesome sauce. I just haven't done the tails yet because I got busy yesterday. I put it down and had to get going. Look how cute this is. It has more of a basket look to it. And it's more like, you know, younger kid size. Trying to think what I could give you reference wise. Let's see. This is a mostly full skein of yarn. Okay. It's just slightly bigger than a full skein of yarn. It'll fit in here. It's a little small project bag. So I did 7 rounds on the square. I did 7 rounds on the body. And there you go. 7 and 7. Isn't that awesome? And it's a great little grocery bag too. You know, little purse. You can make it a little purse. Again, I gotta sew my tails in. I only got a handful, but you know, it'll work. It'll work. So that just kind of shows you, like, you know, you have to just be able to alter the pattern. So like I said, this is 7 on the bottom, which the other one is 2. It's just somehow I messed up my decreases, and I added 2 the stitch count on the sides, so it went from like 7 groups of twins to 9 groups of twins. So it increased the size of the bag a little bit, and then I went way long. So isn't that cute? It definitely could be a little deeper, but I mean, that's a perfect little size for a little Easter basket too. I mean, and I used that mermaid yarn, and look at how much I ended up. The tunnel is still there, y'all. I'm trying to carefully like hold this so like my tunnel doesn't collapse. But this is the mermaid yarn I used yesterday. So it didn't even use up half. I would say that's maybe a third. So let's see. 515 yards total. I would say I used what is a third? 250 255-ish. I got something in my eye. 255, 257, somewhere in there is about half. 257. So a third would be like, I don't know, 2 something, maybe 200. Not quite 200. 175, we'll say. There's tails everywhere. Yep, there's a tail on that. So I have 1 tail on the starting square. I have one, then I have the tail where it ended. Because the other one where I actually had to reattach the yarn, I made the magic knot, so I cut my little tails off of it. And then I've got the 4 white tails to do for the strap. And these, you know, these little straps work up fairly quick. How cute would this be to put like little puff balls on here and make it like look like a little bunny rabbit? Kind of has bunny-ish look to it, you know. I can definitely see why this is called the tulip bag. There's a Siren Crochet calls it the tulip bag, and it definitely looks like a tulip, because I was like, this looks like a flower as I was making it, and I was like, oh, it kind of looks like, I started thinking of flowers, and tulip was the first thing that came to mind. But then I was like, as soon as I said tulip bag, I was like, oh wait, Siren Crochet's already taken that name. So, and plus I've named it the blessing bag. I was gonna say like the blessing tulip bag or something, but I think the blessing bag is plenty. Nope, they're all tails. I'll sew them in just like I did the first bag. I just got away with it yesterday. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Monique. You have citrus coming, and they have a new blue one. I know. I was actually quite surprised at honestly, how soft it was. It's not the softest, but y'all, this bitty stripes, I didn't mind working with it. Honestly, Red Heart isn't bugging me as much anymore for some reason. Thank you, Kimberly. I had this whole plan I was going to do this morning. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second, and then I'm going to turn it back on just to pretend like I was going to do what I was going to do. Because I was going to have something ready before my camera came on for you guys with my live this morning. So hold on a second. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just turning it off for a second. So I'm still here. I'm gonna put something on and pretend like I'm coming live. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hold on, let me fix my hair. Okay, ready? Okay, there we go. And I was just gonna come on live and just, be like, oh, hi, how are you guys? And just be like, man, there's nothing there. Feel like I'm wearing a bib. Beep, beepity bobbity boo. Looks like little flowers. Isn't that cool? Looks like little flowers. But because I turn every round, it does this. But I can't wait to make it bigger. And this is just as easy as my bag. There's something about taking my bag patterns and turning them into ponchos. I don't know what it is. Although ribbons would look cute on the bag, Frizzy. Now that you say that. Good morning. So yeah, that's what I got since yesterday. Not a fan of the coffee this morning. One, it's not hot. Oh, I love that. So I was gonna come in and be like just sitting here, starting my live thing, like, hi, welcome to JB's Crochet, I'm Amber, and just have it sitting there, but I totally forgot. But I was just like, the stitch pattern that I'm using in my bag works perfectly for poncho. I love how this is making it look like flowers. I know it is. It is the same stitch as my bag. Yep. Yes, it is. It's, yep, it's the same stitches. I mean, it's being worked upside down because as you work it, you're working it like this, but you're going to wear it like this. So, yeah, and like I have a lot of this to use. So I'm like, maybe between the two, I can make a full poncho. Because there are 656 yards. I still got to make another fingerless mitt out of it, which I will, and then I'll use whatever I have left. I'll just have to figure out if it doesn't make a big enough poncho after the 2 mitts with 1,200 yards, then I'll figure something else out. Good morning, Mariana. BB, good morning. What am I working on? Well, I just whipped this up last night to see if I wanted to do a poncho. I've been trying my hand at ponchos, and for some reason I just can't follow through with them, but I am actually really loving this one. It's looking really cute. And I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, which I believe, actually no, this yarn recommends 4. So I am going way above what they recommend, but it's a DK. And other DKs, no, I take that back. I'm wrong. I'm thinking wrong. But yeah, so I got this out yesterday to take with me to flip through it and see if there's any stitches that, I just like to look through my stitch dictionaries every once in a while and find, try different stitches out of here. And I never got around to it, so I don't feel like putting that all the way over there. I felt bad after yesterday that I didn't do that square with you guys. I felt bad that I didn't do that, but I think I'm going to start doing it on Mondays, the card. There was something I wanted to do on Tuesday, and now I can't remember what it was. Huh. I do too. I'm going to have to figure out what, so it's a DK yarn, BB, that's in this. So I'm gonna have to figure out a yarn to go with it. The bloom yarns are pretty. I've seen the chunky ones before. I saw these light ones before. So these pants are a little tight. Note to Amber: using a 5.5 millimeter hook. Yes, I should write that down, shouldn't I, Tank? Where is that notebook at? Oh, it's right here in front of me. My little storage thing that I bought. I was going to try and make a bag, one of my new bags, the blessing bag, with this yesterday, and I never got around to it. Because I started doing this. I started trying to see if I wanted to make a blanket with my, this one's, it's going to be so hard to see because I used the wrong color to show you guys on the camera. This is Diva Pink, and so the camera really blows it out and it's hard to see, but I will do my best. Oh, let's see. I should use a different yarn to work this up to show you guys. Can you see that okay? Like I said, the camera does not help. So this is the same pattern as my bag, but I incorporated front post, back post stitches to like break it up. So like my idea is to use this as a boggy, not boggy necessarily, but like a luck of the draw kind of thing, where they could make it for boggy and make 40-inch blankets. So like you would do the front post in like your main color, and then you could do your pattern in a variegated or a different color or something. I know it's, well, and that's the thing is Diva Pink, it's called Diva Pink, and I think the reason it's called Diva Pink is because it wants to be red, but it's not. But yeah, it's, like I said, it's hard to show the color or the stitches in there. So like here's the front post double crochet stuff in the center, and then this is my bag pattern from here out. It's the twins and it's really hard on my eyes. This I don't know why I have this color. Ugh, it's so bright that after I look at it for a while, it like my eyes almost feel like, I don't know. Can I take a peek at the question I asked at the start? Hold on. The first thing I see from you, Steven, is, and you could ask it again. You enjoyed my live yesterday, or Frizzies? You like the big one the best? I don't see anything. Yeah, I have I have a whole cube of it, almost. Ugh. So I'm trying to debate if I pursue that as a blanket. It feels like it is going wonky on me, so I'm wondering if I need to go up a hook size. It's not as bad as what my bottom of my squares and my bags have been, but it still has a little bit of a tightness on one side. But it lays flat. I think it would get better as you got bigger, but my plan was to combine this with this. Because I was like, what would you use as a solid with this? You know, because I don't want to use black. I don't know if I want to use white. So I was like, what about this bright pink? Well, this bright Diva Pink. But Steven, if there's a question you had, you can totally ask me again. All right, writing down. So I started the bag. Let's see, I started that one bag on Sunday. What was Sunday? 13, 12, hold on. Tuesday was the 13th, Monday was the 12th, Sunday was the 11th. So I started the bag on the 11th. So the blessings bag. But I finished it too on the 12th. Blessing bag. And then I started that other one yesterday. So I started another blessing bag. The blessings. Is it blessing or blessings bag? Blessings. The blessings bag. Bag number 2. Number 2. Okay, and I finished both of those. Any garden flags this year? I really like that. Possibly. I got to get in the right mood for it. I got kind of not burnt out of those, but it was just getting hard to consistently do that every month. And so I have a hard time fitting in tutorials, like recording and stuff. I'm going to try and do maybe like not batch recording, but maybe if I can find like a 30-minute window, I can record like a clip and then, record clips throughout the week or something and then put it together in a tutorial. I don't know. Maybe. It would make a good Kraken. I am not going to make a Kraken. Although that Kraken doesn't look nearly as hard as the dragon. Oh my gosh, my youngest wants me to make him a crafty so badly that he wants me to use the yarn I have. He doesn't want me to buy the plushie yarn. He's like, well, he didn't say he didn't want me to. He's just like, he so anxiously wants me to make it like right now that he's like, oh, you have the right colors. You have the right yarn. But in his mind, he doesn't realize I don't want to do it with worsted weight. I want to do it, or with acrylic. I want to do it with that, the yarn that you use for well, not everybody uses, but the blanket chenille stuff. Yeah, Steven, I saw that. I forgot to respond to you, but thank you for reminding me. I will respond back to you. So he's like, he really wants me to do that, but I got to order the yarn, and I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. I'm kind of waiting, Like, I don't want to do it right this second. Oh, I didn't use the right color. Oh, whatever. Stars next to it means it done. Doesn't mean the color doesn't have to be the same. I picked up the wrong color. I think I used a different pen last time. So yeah, look, I have it written down. I already have those 3 things done with the stars next to it. I mean, the tails of the one bag's not a big deal. All right, so the poncho I started yesterday. Trying to think, what could I call the poncho if I follow through with it? Oh, sorry, the crafty plushie that I sent the picture of in the Discord, asking you, Mandy, and Rebecca, like, what your guys' tips and tricks were to designing your own plushie. Because I was going to make it up as I went, using, techniques to make legs and bodies and things from other people's tutorials. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because we're far enough out, Steven, maybe I'll get one out for April. Did I do an April flag last year? I felt like I only did like 2 tutorials and then I stopped. But I do have designs, Steven, if you want them. What I might do soon is go through and make the whole year worth of designs and put them in a bundle, PDF bundle, and put them up for sale. I know. I need to, Grammy, read it. I'm very much on the red, white, and blue this year because it's our 250th birthday for the United States. I very much want to do a lot of patriotic stuff this year because I am very patriotic. So, good morning, Rebecca. So yes, my youngest wants me to make him a crafty. Okay, so I'm trying to think. How do I want to divide these two notebooks? I wonder if I just use this notebook to write my projects down in and then use this one to write my patterns. I don't know. Because I've got patterns in both. But I need a place to write notes down because I want to do, like I was just telling Steven just now, I want to write those ideas down, but like I hate starting another page behind a page. Like, so I had intended to do like, you know, February on the next page right here, but like I want to write a note in here about all this stuff I'm talking about because I want to start I want to start getting back into like planning and stuff and like, you know, writing things down. Good morning, Knitnacks. Oh, what is your name? You had it on Facebook. I need like a notes. I need a notes section, y'all. A patriotic bag, patriotic blessings. Ooh, what could we say for like patriotic and like celebrating like a birthday, you know, kind of thing? Like, I could call it, what is it called? What is the birthday called? The 250? What is that? Semi-quintennial or something? I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. I need a spot to write these notes down because I'm going to forget this. But I don't want to like just randomly find a spot in here. I don't like going like far into my book here. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm going to turn this one into my notes and pattern writing projects down, but then like this I'll use for my patterns. Because I've got the hopeful tote written in here. And then I've got my extending embraces blanket is in here. Which, did I put that one out yet? A merry birthday. What? I missed something. Granddaughter got here. She's finally better, but the doctor's note says she can't go back to school until Monday. Oh no. To make wall hangings of my favorite flowers in the style of your flags. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make this but the thing is I have patterns in this notebook too. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Patriotic bag. Flower. Wall hangings. I can try and figure that out for you, Steven, maybe. A patriotic blanket. I don't want to share any virus. What was the other idea I had? See, this is why I write things down, but I got too distracted. A blanket, a patriotic blanket. I want to Knitnacks. I want to do. Good morning, Mary Ann. How are you feeling today? Okay, so I want to put a row of stars. You know, I want to use the star stitch. So patriotic blanket. Patriotic Arctic blanket. I love blankets and I want to come up with one. Okay, you guys, I want you guys your help. So I want to do the star stitch, the marguerite. Do a row of stars, you know, the star stitch. And then what could we use for the stripes? The first thing coming to my mind is a block stitch, but I don't know if I want to do that with the star stitch. Oh, Marianne, I hope you get to feeling better. Teeth hurting just suck. There's just nothing, no way around that. What would make a good stripe? Ooh, what about this? Ugh. This one right here. The ridges with the half double crochets. Like each row could be red and white. Or yeah, red and white. And then you would make the star stitch in blue, maybe. Yeah. Melissa G will step in for Marianne. I'm just going to write it down as number 12. Ridges with half doubles. Ridges with half double crochet. The one I just showed you with the ridges, there's that one. I'm trying to look for like a stripy, you know, one that gives a kind of a striped look to it. There's a few in here. There's the herringbone pattern that we could do with the stitch, the star stitch. Number 23. I'm going to write it down and then I'll show you. Herringbone. But I also have to go back and look and make sure stitch counts are going to work. Ugh. So the herringbone is in the middle one here. The herringbone is the one there in the center. Oh, Rebecca, I hope you get some relief today. Well, I know you won't. You'll probably be a little sore today, but ooh, here's another one that might work. Number 30. The ridges and bands. Ridges and bands. The chevron stitch. Oh yeah, that would be pretty. Ridges and bands for the stripes. So I'm thinking stripes. I really like that first one because it would work well with the any stitch count. This one would work. Number 40. Broad, because it says any stitch count, so horizontal. I cannot write. Horizontal ridges. Here's horizontal ridges. That one right there. It has any stitch count. So which one are you guys leaning towards? I've gotten 4 so far. Like I said, I'm trying to find a stripe that would work with the star stitch. Because it kind of needs to be in any stitch count, maybe. I need to see if the star stitch is even in here so I can look and see what the stitch count is. Let's see, star stitch, or marguerite. It might be under marguerite too. I'll look under that. Let's see. Marguerite. Nope. I need a star stitch, star grid. try that one first. See if that's the one I'm looking for. No. Which book is that? It's this one right here. It's, for some, it's not the greatest because it doesn't have a lot of instruction. It relies on charts and little instructions, but I don't mind it. Trying to find the star stitch. Could it be under the Marguerite? I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep looking until I find it, because they obviously name it something else. And I've lost one of my stitch dictionaries. I don't know what I did with it. It looks like this. No, not that one. It's a smaller book, and I don't know what I did with it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that, Steven. Because the stars need to be white. So maybe do like a stripe of blue with the white stripe of stars in between. And then do red and white stripes. I don't know. Just know. This is definitely something I'm going to have to play with. Well, it's definitely not going to be in the shells and fan patterns. Moving on. Do you think the star stitch is considered a... That's probably considered a cluster. I don't know where my other book is. I wish I knew what I did with it. I just don't remember what I did with it. Uh-oh, my book just shut. Yeah, I don't know what I did with it. Like, I can't find it. I have a bit of a mess in here. Let's see. I mean, I have this one, but this isn't the one I'm looking for. That one's okay, but it's not the one I'm looking for. I don't know what I did with it. I have my Tunisian one here, but I keep mistaking it for... Oh, I know where it's at. It's with my adding machine. I pulled a book out the other day to put over the hole and forgot about it. This is the one I've been looking for. Okay. This one has pictures in the front, and I can look faster. It's not on that page. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this patriotic blanket. I need to start working on it now because then I can get it out for people to start making. Star Stitch, where are you? You've got to be in one of these books. Why am I having such a hard time finding it? Like, it's got to be in here. Starburst. Marguerite, 103. Aha. The small picture was just hard to see. 103. Okay, so there's the Marguerite. The 5-star Marguerite. This is the one I would use. Ugh. This one right there. Yes, don't step on my keyboard, please. Thank you. Come here. No? Okay. Badger legs. Yay! Yes. Get those dummies. So yeah, that's the Marguerite stitch I was thinking of, using that star stitch and then figure out something between it. So it has an even number of stitch multiples. So even number. Use the digital sword, Tank. Isn't there another one that looks different than that though? Like the Jasmine stitch or something? Which that one's not in here. See, the index in this one is funky because it's like you have to look it up by the category. It's not listed in alphabetical order. It's listed with the alphabetical order within the categories. That's why it takes so long to look through here. Although if it's not called the Jasmine stitch, then, you know, it's a whole lot easier because there's not a lot of J's. It's not in those. Yeah, I don't know what the I think it's a Jasmine stitch. What about the X stitch? The cross stitch, you mean? Is that what you mean, I should say? Are you talking about for like the stripe or for the star part? Considered a cluster, puff, and bauble. 440 patterns in this one. 200 stitches in this one. And some of them aren't even the same. Okay. What else was I going to write down? I feel like there's something else I was going to write down. Oh yeah, I got the flower wall hangings on here. Ooh, I wonder, there's a stitch I thought I've seen where it's like a meshy stitch. Let me go to the beginning of the mesh part here. Where I could do, it's kind of a, I don't know how I would do it, but like this one, the triangle mesh kind of has like star looking in it, but it's like, like I don't know how I would do blue with that and white at the same time. That'd be a lot of color changes, and that'd just be, I think it would be messy. Oh, that's it. Thanks, Tank. Hook size for the poncho. Okay. Hook size. Oh yeah, for the poncho. What am I going to call the poncho? Bloom and Blessings poncho? I don't know. Blessings blooming poncho. Use a play on the yarn I'm using. The Blooming Blessings poncho. I don't know. I'm just going to put it down for now because I'll know what it is. The Blooming Blessings poncho. And then 5.5 millimeter. With a 3-weight. $84 stitches. 84 stitches, 21 between corners. Blooming hug, the blooming blessings hug, yeah. Or the V-stitch. The V-stitch for the stars, yeah. I should crochet, you know, should do something. I mean, I am doing something, I'm planning. Okay, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Like, so I've gotten some ideas. So I've got the patriotic bag, I've got a patriotic blanket, I've got some flower wall hangings that Steven wants. Well, she was going to do it, but I was going to see if I could work them up too. Oh, and I want to put garden flag bundle. Garden flag PDF bundle. The nacho poncho. I feel like that's been used already, or put, or you know, that name. I feel like I've heard that name. No, the wancho poncho is what I've heard. The nacho poncho. Nacho poncho. I like that. I'm going to write that down for a different one. And maybe do stitches that have like a knot look to it. The bead stitch looks, I don't know if the bead stitch looks like a knot. Where is that blanket at? Oh, I don't know what I did with my blanket swatch. Ah, it's right here. I don't think that looks like knots. This right here, this bead stitch. Does that look like a knot? Because I'm calling this the bountiful bees, right? I think I called that the bountiful bees. Yeah, Grammy Rita, did you see that one stitch that I found? The one stitch pattern I found. This one right here. The ridges with the half double crochets. Come on, camera. Why are you not focusing? Oh. There we go. Because it has those ridges like you were talking about. Not so much. I love that. Yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, I'm trying to figure out how to do the stars with, you know. Hello, Arrow Lover. Did you get your poncho yet? I haven't looked to see if it was delivered. I think everybody should have their stuff by now. Let me see. Crochet American flag blanket. I'm just getting inspiration. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to sew on a million stars. Well, I know I wouldn't be doing a million stars, but still. I don't want to be sewing on star appliques. Good morning, Yarn Journal. Good morning. You haven't gotten it yet? What? I hope it didn't get lost. That is gonna. Did I send it? I hope I sent it to the address that you gave me. No, it says it's still in transit. Man, I sent that like 2 weeks ago. Well, not 2 weeks ago. Almost 2 weeks ago. Let's see. It says in transit. It was in South Dakota. It arrived in South Dakota this morning. Where's the tracking number? There it is. It doesn't have an estimated delivery. It's in, yeah, so it arrived in Wagner, South Dakota this morning. Oh no. Yucky, yucky. You said she spilled oil? Cat litter. Go tell her to use cat litter to soak it up. That's what I always see people using in like mechanic shops. They use cat litter to soak that up. Do service crochet? Is that beginner friendly though, Tank? I want to make it, you know, that's what goes into my designing is whatever I design, I want to be able to teach it. And I haven't really done a whole lot of surface crocheting, so I don't know if I have the confidence to teach surface crochet. Go put cat litter on it. Cat litter is cheap. You can go buy some more. Like seriously, they use cat litter in like you will see boxes of cat litter in mechanic shops to soak up the oil. I'm not joking. I don't know how long you let it sit there, but it's cat litter. And it's cheap enough to replace, you know, like I mean, well, I say cheap, but you know, have like, you know, for oil spills around your house, go buy yourself like a little, I should do this myself. Go buy like a cheap box of cat litter just to sit somewhere in my house. So that way if we ever needed it, we had it, but we haven't needed it yet. Okay, so what else is there anything else patriotic that we could do? Ooh, a star garland. We could do a star garland. A star. And I know there's a bunch out there, but I'm going to go and find like a pattern just for a star that I like. And honestly, I think I could probably figure it out. I just have to play with some yarn and make it up myself. Good morning, KK. Yep, I see surfaces as well, Arlena. Good morning to you as well. But yes, cat litter, cat litter, cat litter. And then after that, yeah, put a box of baking soda around the house, and that'll soak up the smells for you. I put a box of baking soda in my refrigerator all the time, which I need to replace it. I need to figure out a way to get the beanie. KK got me thinking about this because she popped in, and she's the beanie person. So I need to figure out a way to like get my beanies from last year to get traction again this year so people can keep making them. But we could do like something like that. You probably did. Yeah, I think I have it in the box. I think I have it in. It's sitting right there. The jar's right there. I think it's in there. And I know I need to look at Juan's beanie patterns because he's coming out with one with a star in it, I think. So I need to make sure if I do one with a star in it that I don't copy his. because I was thinking like a patriotic beanie would be fun. Because like I said, I want to do a whole bunch of patriotic projects this year because in celebration for our birthday this year. So I got Star Garland. I'm just going to put RWB beanie. Come up with a red, white, and blue beanie. Maybe share them on your community tab again. Yeah, true. All right, share beanie patterns. Because I have like, I think 2, maybe 3 tutorials. I can't remember. Good morning, Linda. Oh wait, Tank said it. Woohoo! I was right. Good morning, Linda. Sometimes my brain, I tell you. Share beanie tutorials on community page. I'm writing things down so I don't forget. Because I do this all the time where I'm talking to you guys and forget these things. So it is not going to become the just sit here and talk and write things. But we are planning. We're planning today. Red, white, and blue bucket hat. Red, white, blue bucket hat. That would be fun. What about doing crochet around a wreath? I wonder. I mean, I could make pom-poms out of, and like somehow tie those onto a wreath and make like a pom-pom wreath. A wreath would be great. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to start on that. Like a pom-pom wreath, or what kind of wreath do you guys think? Because I don't want it to be too much like sewing and tacking and things. Like I want it to be easy and simple. I mean, I could even do, I wonder how I could make tubes on my smaller Addy and figure out a way to get filling inside of it to make a wreath, to make a round tube. But I don't know if it might wrinkle too much as it makes a circle. White and blue wreath. I'd have to do some research and find like inspiration ideas. Crochet wreath. Ooh, there's some very intricate ones. Just what's simple. Did you say a hair accessory? I have not. Oh, true. Yeah, you could make a scarf type thing and then wrap it around the wreath and stitch it closed on the back side. So scarf, I'm gonna write that idea down. Scarf, and then stitch around, then stitch closed. Good morning, Yarn Journal. Hair accessory. What do you mean by hair accessory? Like clips or scrunchies? Oh, true, Steven. I wonder how hard that would be, though, to crochet around a wreath form as you go, you know, 'cause I hate having things in the way. Key fobs. Ooh, a star, the star stitch, you can do like like a foundation chain, and then you do the star stitch, and then you do another row of like single crochets. Throwback Thursday. Yeah, I do Tunisian on Thursday, but so maybe I could do that on Tuesday. I could do a Throwback Tuesday for next Tuesday or something. I'm gonna put star stitch key fob. Those are fairly simple to make too. Use small addy and stuff it. Very true. The thing is with the makes on the addies is they, you know, that's why I'm trying to debate whether I want to do that. I know what I'll do. I'll make a really long tube and then I'll fold it in on itself so that way it's double thick and then the stuffing won't come through it as easily. Scrunchies. Well, to be honest, the scrunchies I would just use what's her name? Passionate Kelsey's scrunchie tutorial. She has a really easy scrunchie tutorial to follow. A star clip. So besides the patriotic, like what do you, I mean, is there things that you want me to like try to maybe figure out and design myself for you guys like to make? Because like I can do other people's patterns all day long and I can create mine all day long for the most part, but like, you know, I want to make sure that what I put out, I mean, I know I'm going to put out there what I like, right? What makes me happy, but I also want to, it makes me happy to crochet for you guys. So like when you guys are like oohing and ahhing over like my poncho ideas or my blanket ideas or my bag ideas, when you guys are excited about those things, it makes me excited to want to do it and do it more. So that's why I'm asking you, is there something that you want to crochet that you would like to maybe see my take on it, and maybe I can come up with my own pattern for it or something. Bandana. Like, don't just, yeah, I don't want just ideas, just to put ideas out there, but like, what are ideas that you would actually make, you know? Like, I like the star stitch key fob, the key fob idea. That's awesome. The beanies, the bucket hats, the garlands, those things make me happy. But you guys, you want to see a wreath, and now I've got like an idea that I want to try. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down. Long tube on small addy. So yeah, I just like, what do you like? What do y'all want? What do y'all want to see? I would love to figure out how to do this. I keep looking at this right here. That would be fun to make in red, white, and blue. Do the brown in blue, and then do this in red and this in white. I think that would be fun. I just don't know how like involved that is. I just wish I knew where it was in here. It's not going to be in the spike stitches. I don't know where it's going to be. Crochet baskets. Oh, baskets. Definitely interested in that. I love baskets. My youngest wants a basket for his stuffies, y'all, because he's got so many stuffies that he needs a basket. I'm like, okay, I can make you a basket. He found one that had like rainbow colors, so I gotta make it rainbow colors. Well, Arrow, I did do a hat on my live. Do y'all remember when that was? Was that last week? No, that wasn't last week. It's sitting right there. I just don't remember when I did it. How long ago it was. I think it was last week, but I don't remember what day. It is playtime with me. I love this. I love this, though. This is fun, getting ideas from you guys. And, you know, of course, I'm going to want to do all this and, like, not get anything done. I was actually thinking of a basket for something. What was it? I can't remember. Basket. Okay, I'm trying to find this stitch. I'm trying to figure out what this is. See, this book even has like squares and motifs in it. Marianne, are you still here? Did you ever figure out this morning how you were going to do that bag yet? I still haven't played with that to figure that. It's so funny that you started doing that. That I inspired you. Where is this pattern at? Ah, right here. Cabled waves. Bands of one row of half double crochets are inserted into a background pattern with incorporated slits. So you do a background pattern and then you do bands and then you weave it. You thread each band through the background fabric without twisting it. Okay, this sounds fun. We got to do this one. The cabled waves. And do, you know, like waves of grain. Isn't that part of the song? Do blue for the main color and then red and white. Or do we do a white with red and blue? I don't know. But I want to do this. The cabled waves, number 332. Number 332, cabled waves. Let's see. What about, I got that written down. Girl's got a ton of plushies. Yeah, so I was perusing through Pinterest while I was sitting in his room the other night, and he saw a basket that had like vintagey retro colors where it had red, orange, yellow. It had like the rainbow in stripes with cream in between. And he asked me for a basket like that. So I do have headbands and bandanas right here. It would be fun to make butterflies or bees and such to pin onto jackets, hats, and bags. So a bee, butterfly, appliques. Appliques. I think I spelled that right. Good morning, Jeremy. Let's see. Oh, I missed some here. Working on a custom order plushie right now. Not yet. Trying to get my mouth to calm down before I tackle it. Ugh, Marianne. Breaks my heart that you're hurting. Too busy watching and reading chat. I miscounted. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Pins and brooches. I hate how it looks like brooches, but it's brooch. How O-O, you know, is it phonetically ooh, turns to O, to bro. Put stuffies in a hammock hung from the corner of the room. He would probably like that, to be honest, Steven, but he asked for a basket. And he wants his crafty stuffy like right now. Like he wants me to use this stuff over here because it's this color. He's like, you've got the right blue, light blue already. I'm like, it's not the right yarn. Stuffy hammock. Oh my gosh. I'm running out of room on here because I'm not writing it in a very organized way. And I have the skin like hanging off my thumb that I keep messing with. Hammock. See, it's like just all over the place on this page. Lisa was going to do what? Oh, the hammock for yarn. Got it. I hope you're feeling well, Jeremy. You were horizontal the last time I saw you in Zoom. Looked like you weren't feeling well or something. I don't know what a bunting. I've heard the word, but I don't know what that is. Oh, like garland? Yeah. Ooh, I could do. Oh, I like that. I could do red, white, and blue granny square garland. I'm gonna put that on here. Red, white, blue, granny. And then there's another one where it's moss stitch triangle. Yeah, I put garland down, so. Oh, you had a headache. Well, I hope hopefully it's better. So, maybe I'll do a triangle garland or granny square. Hold on. Granny square triangle, not just granny square. Granny triangle. Yay! Triangle. Do the granny square triangular shape. Anything else that you guys want to see me make or try to make? Pins and brooches. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Pins and doesn't make any sense to my brain. Teaching my kid how to read, and it's like, this is ooh, and then he sees that and he goes, brooches. No, dude, it's brooch. He is definitely my math kid, that though, because I don't know where he picked this up at, but the other day he goes, he happened to see something on my phone or something, and is like, 8 + 8 is 16, and I went, what? How'd you know that? And then I go, what's 9 + 9? And he goes, 17. I said, no, it's 18. So now when you ask him, he says 18. And 10 + 10 is 20. He knows his, like, what are those called? The doubles. I don't know where he picked that up at, but he is definitely math minded. Reading is still slow, but he, again, is just over 8. I am not that concerned yet. Getting there, but not there yet. I know, right, Lisa? Especially the English language. It's so, like, I mean, just even in the crochet world, we have like 5 names for one stitch. Like the moss stitch. In my mind, that is the single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. But when you look for it, it brings up like this like half double slip stitch thing. And you don't skip stitches. You go into each, like you alternate between those two. You know, Marianne, okay, I'm going to turn that off because I'm not sitting there trying to do that. Oh my gosh, I have to try mosaic first before I decide to make up a pattern. But I like, you know, you are giving me ideas, so thank you. I will write mosaic. I am not a mosaic designer, so it would be very simplistic. What was I talking about before that? It is. It is, Jeremy. It really is. Oh, the hammock. Marianne's triangle bag that she was trying to design, that would be a great little tiny hammock. You could just make that a hammock. Little triangular hammock, right? Isn't that the shape of them? You just want one for the corner and then two for the outside. I would have to figure out how to make the shape the right way. Valentine's is next. Have we thought of something for that? This is true. This is true. Moving on to Valentine's. We've got 13 minutes. Hit me. I already got heart garland. Heart garlands, I have like 1 or 2 heart garlands in the jar, but we can make them ahead of time. And we can make them again whenever they come up. So a heart garland, if I can write heart pins and clips, heart pins, clips. There's a way to do the iris stitch and make it look like a heart. But I feel like that has already been done, so hold on a second before I even give you this idea. Crochet heart. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I could make it my own thing, I guess. Create it myself. Because there is a heart stitch pattern out there. I don't want to take it away from them, though. You have a heart garland done already. Candle cozies, huh? Candle, like, how does that work though with the wax? Like, how, I mean, where do you put the cozy around? Like what size candles are you talking about? Like the pillar ones that are like big and thick, or like rose pins, heart stitch blanket that is on your list to do. Yeah, there's a heart stitch beanie I was looking at. But I was like, I think it's already been done, so I don't really want to take that from somebody, you know? I don't want to, like, I can look at their picture and figure out how I want to do it myself. Like, I would do it differently than them. I just have to figure out how I would do it. But I could use the iris stitch. They use like a block stitch. I could do like a V stitch or something. Candles. Oh, candles in jars. Gotcha. Okay. Oh. I tried to make a pillow already, and I'm like, I'm going to try the heart stitch beanie. I think I'm going to try and make one myself. Because I have an idea in my head. I just got to execute it. Cup cozies. Yeah, I'll have to go through here and pick out the ones that aren't like holiday, and maybe just put it in there as like whatever, you know. Cup cozies. Now, are these things you want to make? You know, I don't want to like do these things if you guys don't want to make them. I want ideas that you want to make. Like, you plan to make these things. Yeah, I wonder if I could do the iris stitch with the V stitch somehow, or do, because I would have to figure out somehow to work the iris stitch where this would. I wonder if I could use a fan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alternate between the iris and the fan stitch. I don't know. All great ideas. I bet you know, just take and make like a rose and figure out how to put it on a pin. Would you just use like those safety pins for those kind of pins? Is that what they use? You know, somehow just attach it to the safety pin. I just gotta figure out some way. Actually, I don't know if they use the iris stitch. They may just use 4 double crochets and then just split the 4 double crochets up by putting a stitch in the center of them. I'm going to put iris and then also 4 stitch cluster to make it. I'm still stuck on the heart beanie. That's the other thing I was going to try and do today was pull out my bead stuff and maybe do some stitch markers or something for you guys. You know, because I have all the time in the world to do all these things. Like this is me, y'all. I literally want to make a million of all of these things. Maybe not that many. But make a whole bunch of all these things and put it out there for people to buy, you know? And yeah, I have all the time in the world to do that. And I can barely keep my house cleaned up with what I do already. Jewelry pins. Oh, trust me, I've been like Pinteresting it up where I've been putting like beaded craft ideas into a board. Which, by the way, if you guys are not aware, I do have an Etsy shop. It does not have anything in it yet, but it is there. That is the link for it. I'm still debating on Ravelry. I don't know if I want to do both, just because keeping track of all of that would be like, I don't want to have too many eggs in my basket to keep track of, you know, the sales on the different platforms. Okay, I got 5 minutes, but I have 7 minutes left, 8 minutes left on, no, 6 minutes left on that. When that gets to an hour and a half, that's when I'll be off. I'm not going by the 9 o'clock time. I'm going to go by the timer on my Restream. Okay, jewelry pins. Single crochet it to here. And then another iris stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be 1 stitch more. You do live sales on Palm Street. What's Palm Street? Never heard of Palm Street. So I would need a multiple of 2, 5, 7. So I would need a multiple of 7, right? So 2 stitches before the iris itself is 5, and then 2 after. That's 7 stitches for the pattern. Palm Street. I don't know if I'd be able to do live sales on there though. Box of chocolates. I need to see this. Your inspirations. See, I'm trying to come up with things to make myself. of chocolates. I accidentally put it on a different screen. That is so cute. Oh, fun. You make like a little heart pillow-like thing, and then you put like little chocolates inside. Whew, that's a lot of work. It's a mobile app. Palm Street. Huh. Never heard of it. Palm Street. Never heard of it. It sounds like one of those like nail home networking nail companies. Huh. It's like a, okay. See, the thing is I wouldn't be, I don't know, I don't have the time to do other lives. So, any other ideas that you guys have? That I can attempt to design myself. A heart bag. You need a heart bag. Selling plants, that's funny. So are you talking like a heart-shaped bag or just a bag with hearts on it? Because my heart stitch idea that I'm going to do for the beanie might be a blanket pattern possibility, and it may be a bag possibility, a round bag. If I can make what I have in my mind work. I just don't know if it'll work. No fetalist items. Huh. You said it, Grammy Rita. Now you're going to get me making one of those. So the heart bag and the patriotic blanket is going to be... So what do you guys think of that cabled waves for a blanket? Is that something you would want to do? Would y'all make that with me? Maybe not make it with me like a make-along, but like, would that be something you would want to do as a blanket? I mean, I would literally turn this into a blanket. But I suppose I would need to change it up somehow to make it my pattern, right? So I'd have to figure out how to incorporate this. My noggin's going. Incorporate that somehow with like a star stitch strip with it as part of the background. Ooh, I have an idea. Make it blue, and then, so like the main color of the blanket will be blue. No. See, this is the thing I don't know. So here's what I was thinking. Make the main part of the blanket blue, a navy blue, and then do the star stitch strip in white, but then do these in red and white. But I don't want to be too close to the blue or the white star strip either. You've become the bag lady. This is true. So like, I'll write it over here. Main color, and then do the or I just do red. Do these bands in red, the main color in blue, and then the star strip in white. Main color in blue, the bands in red, But see, there's also white stripes too on the flag, so that's why I'm trying to figure out. So would the star strip also, I'm over an hour and a half at this point, would the star strip in white also act as the white stripe with the red and white stripes? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I want to do this with red, white, and blue. Because we have white stars and we have white stripes. It's like, ah! I mean, I could basically use the star stripe as the white stripe too, and the stars. Bands in red, and then star stripe white. I could use a variegated, but I'd have to find something with red, white, and blue in it. Hobby Lobby has red, white, and blue, but I'd have to collect. I need to start collecting it now before it's not available to find when it gets closer. When is the sale week? Is that this week? Did I make it to the next week? Eee! Hobby Lobby. Weekly ad. Let's see. No, I don't think so. Nope, fabric's on sale. No, I think it's next week. Oh, but their beads and stuff are on sale. See out there, cat. There's nothing out there. Nope, looks like the yarn sale's next week. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I think this would be fun. The cabled waves. It just feels like it's patriotic. All right, well, I have a lot of work on my hands over the next 6 months with just these 2 pages alone with ideas. But if there's other ideas that come up, let me know, and I can keep writing ideas down. So I'm actually going to get off here, and now I've got my brain on this heart stitch. So I'm going to figure out this heart stitch. That's what I'm going to be working on today. Because now it's like in my head and I can't get it out. So, all right, well, all my quiet people out in the bushes, hello out there, I'm going to get off here now. All my people out there in the trees, come back. Oh, time to stretch, get up. Get some crocheting done today. Thank you guys so much for all your guys' planning help and getting some ideas. That helped a lot because I really want your guys' input when it comes to like what I'm putting out there. I can come up with my own ideas, but I want your input because I want it to be something you want to make too. So, well, I'm making it more or less, Devin, a patriotic blanket, not necessarily a flag. So, I hope you guys have a fantastic hump day, and I will see y'all same time, same place, tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Central. Don't forget, you guys are all somebody to somebody, and bye.